It's up to you. You are the driver of your career and your ship ultimately. So go into this understanding you have autonomy. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Goode Soil. Thank you for tuning back in and continuing to submit questions. We're going to just dive right in today into our question, which is, Dear Goode Soil, I'm ready for a promotion but struggle with speaking up at work. How do I make myself more seen? I'm ready for a promotion but struggle with speaking up at work. How do I make myself more seen? Okay, well, first of all, congratulations for being in a position where you really are ready for promotion. You must have been at this company for a little while and have worked hard and are in a place to start thinking about moving upward mobility. So congratulations to that, for being ready, for knowing that you're ready. That's really exciting and a really interesting journey you're about to embark on, which is the advocating for yourself journey. And one thing I want to address first and foremost in this question is, how do I make myself more seen? And I do think, and this has come from advice that I've gotten in my kind of assistant journey, in my own like kind of corporate world journey of trying to be promoted, which is, you really are probably not so much going to be seen more. It's not about being seen more. It's about being heard. And so when you are thinking about moving up, really think about how you can start advocating for yourself vocally, so that people know that you want a promotion. You know, people aren't going to read your mind. And a lot of the times people want you to continue to fill the role that you are currently filling, especially if you're doing a good job. When I first moved out to LA and I was looking for work just to start sustaining and supporting myself out here, I got really good advice that said, you know, you can go the assistant route. In fact, you probably will go the assistant route, but just know that the better the assistant you are, the better people or the more people are going to see you as a good assistant. They're not going to see you as the thing you came out here for, which was a writer for me at the time. So she was just giving me that sort of advice of, I know you need to support yourself. I know you're eager, but just know that sometimes we think, especially in this industry and a lot of industries, that the assistant or the entry-level position will always sort of lead to the thing we want, when in reality, sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes we fill a role and that's where the company sees us and we do a good job, and the company doesn't want to lose us in that role. And so we don't end up moving upward, even if we are seen and even if we are appreciated. They're not going to initiate, them being, you know, management or the leaders of the company aren't necessarily going to initiate your transition into another role, especially if you're doing a good job in your current role. So I would really reframe it. Instead of how can I make myself more seen, how can I make myself more heard, is the question you can start asking yourself. And someone else gave me some really good advice about just writing down all the reasons why you believe and you feel that you should get this promotion. You know, do you come in the earliest and leave the latest? Have you created a more efficient department? Did you come up with a new way of doing things that, you know, ticks productivity up by 3%? I don't know what it is, but it's important to really start outlining some of the reasons why you feel like you should get a promotion, whether they be like practical reasons, like I've been here for a very long time, you know, I think it's time for me to move upward, or whether it's, you know, actual like evidence of your hard work and your work of just saying like, look, I've done all of these things for this department. I really think I can handle more and start, you know, managing others or whatever the next level may be. So it's hard to communicate, especially I think the community around this podcast and around my sort of channel is we struggle to communicate. We struggle with self-esteem. We struggle with feeling worthy of these things. So it might feel really daunting to you to advocate for yourself, you know, in a way that you have to speak up for yourself and ask for this promotion. A lot of times we kind of just want people to be like, you are so good. I want to promote you to CEO tomorrow. And we're like, oh my gosh, me? Like, okay. And then the imposter syndrome comes in, but no. And a lot of times that's not the case. A lot of times, like I said, people aren't going to initiate that for you. A lot of times we, the employee, have to do some of that initiating. So I know that's daunting. I know that can be scary. I know that feels like you don't want to ruffle any feathers or rock the boat. Things are going good. But if you're ready, a big part of stepping up and growing into a new position is, being a good communicator. That's what a leader is a good communicator, someone who can advocate for themselves and others, someone who can clearly articulate why they do what they do and why they deserve what they deserve. So I would say if you are having anxiety around the communication part and going into the office of whoever and speaking up for yourself, that is really a great opportunity for you to start, talking to yourself, start getting into the, I am worthy of this. I can do this. I do deserve this promotion. I'm ready. And if I don't speak up for myself, no one else necessarily will. And that is a beautiful step into, creating action around your belief of, I love myself, I'm worthy of this, I deserve this, I work hard, I can do this. So it's going to be scary, especially if you're apprehensive. It is a scary conversation to have sometimes because you don't know how the person's going to react. And it is an opportunity potentially, I don't think it will be, but an opportunity for rejection, which us self-worth, self-esteem girlies struggle with and try to avoid at all costs. So I do understand why that's a scary conversation to have, and it's an uncomfortable conversation to have sometimes, especially when you have to ask for a raise and you want to, it starts getting into the weeds of that. But you are worthy of this promotion. You have worked hard. If you're in this community, I know you're a hard worker, and you deserve it. You deserve to go in there and lay all the chips on the table. And if they say no, you have some decisions to make after that. So go in prepared, go in understanding that it may be uncomfortable, but that's okay. Feelings aren't facts. You can handle this. You can regulate. You can take your deep breaths before and maybe get yourself a sweet treat after you have the conversation, and understand that, maybe it may not go the way you want it to go. It may not even be because of your performance. It may be because there just really is no opportunities available at the company at that time, or maybe ever. And again, that's more information for you to take and say, okay, well, they don't even have another, a promotion isn't even an option at this particular company until 5 years from now, or who knows when, or I have to wait a year. And then you have to then reflect and ask yourself, is that a company you still want to be at? Do you feel like you can wait however long until an opportunity becomes available? Do you want to see if there are other opportunities at other companies? So I do think, this kind of promotion period in our lives when we're at companies is a really great sort of checkpoint to see, do we want to continue with this company? Are there opportunities within this company? Am I in a space emotionally, mentally, spiritually, where I can advocate for myself? I can speak up for myself. I can go to the next level. It's just a really great checkpoint. So don't worry about being seen so much. They see you. I know they see you. It's about being heard. And even if you want to baby step it and ask them, start putting feelers out saying, I really would love to explore if there are opportunities to grow upward in this company. And if you want to go this route, could be a slippery slope. It could end up that you end up taking on more than you can handle without the pay, but you can start asking, I'm interested in moving up to coordinator or manager or director or whatever. Can you start, giving me some of those tasks just so I can get my feet wet? I can start seeing if I'm, so you can start seeing me in this role. You can start seeing me handle some of these other responsibilities that are associated with this next level. And then, everyone can kind of baby step the promotion, but it's up to you. You are the driver of your career and your ship ultimately. So go into this understanding you have autonomy. You have autonomy to ask for a raise. You have autonomy to negotiate. You have autonomy to represent yourself in the best of your ability. And you have autonomy to leave and find opportunities elsewhere if that is what seems to be the best route to take. So congratulations again on being ready for a promotion. That's huge. And congratulations on the work you've had to do to get to this point. So take a deep breath. I'm rooting for you. I hope you get everything you want and more. And if not, I hope you find a place that gives you everything you want and more. And if not, I hope you create the space where you can get everything you want and more. And yeah, congratulations. Keep going. You're good soil. Anyone would be lucky to have you. And yeah, go out there and prove me right, because I don't know who asked this question. And I really hope you are the person I'm really saying you are, and I believe you are. So yes. All right. Thank you for asking your question, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Good Soil. I love you. Go out into the world and be the person you want to be love, joy, light, and yeah, continue to grow and glow. All right. Have a good week. Bye. Thank you for watching another episode of Good Soil. If you liked this video, be sure to share it with friends and family, because we could all use a little reminding that we are good soil. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.